We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. On first down, Rich. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Back to throw. Rich. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
in the air on second down. Rich, he'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it. I
agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will... Start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Goodson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's got room at the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Come on. Catch the Eagle.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and through. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rich. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Here's a screen play. This is strong. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw on second down. Rich, he finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down now, Goodson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. To throw is Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that'll go to cancel out a very nice return on the punt.
And that one was a hold. And I don't know what the percentages are between holding calls and illegal blocks in the back, but both of them go a long way towards wiping out nice returns.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Max 50, Max 50. Oh, you got deep? 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Back to throw. Rich. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Jake Bailey now. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
36 power.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. And that is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tyler Beatty, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Goodson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rich. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Off play action. Rich. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down now, Goodson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 33. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, Rich sliding out of the pocket. Another catch for Melton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, it's going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Back to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Off play action. Rich is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Touch 50, touch 50.
On 3rd down, Goodson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Goodson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Check 13, check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tyler Goodson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Rich. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Baron Browning gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Rich. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever.